Hello, everybody, and welcome to Adventures Once Told. We are going to be playing the Princes of the Apocalypse module. For those of you who have played it before, you know a little bit of what's coming up. Uh, Good luck trying to figure out where I'm going with this. I'm going to be changing it quite a bit, but I'll keep the bones will be there. For those of you who are watching this either in the present or in the future, or the few of you who have figured out how to watch it from the past, congratulations. I will need that technology returned to me at your earliest convenience. Thank you. But anyone who from here on out uh, pays for a tier 2 or tier 3 subscription to my Twitch channel, you will also get a copy of the book that I worked on with my friend Retro Hoodie, the Churn for 5th edition. It's a campaign setting that we worked on for gods know how long, years or months, or it might have all happened in a day. I'm still trying to get that technology back so I can figure out where I am in my timeline. Anyway, you will get a copy of that, downloadable from DriveThru RPG. With that, you can immerse yourself into the Churn, which is a D&D campaign setting set in a world where both the fantasy and the modern have fused together, and it is gotta be it is fun and terrifying. There's Metallica being played by bards. There's paladins with shotguns. You all met together on as you were getting onto a ship that was heading out to sea to hunt pirates. Hunt pirates and retrieve cargo from said pirates. While out on the ocean, you realized that the desktop audio was off, and now everybody can hear you. God damn it. I'm so good at this.
Don't you just love when the desktop audio's off?
Yeah, that's fantastic. Like I said, I need a team of people to like somewhat make me seem like a human when I'm doing these things. But yes, now that everybody can hear your wonderful voices and they didn't hear what you were talking about apparently when I switched scenes, whatever. Upon making your way out with Captain Garland Sherwater, you found that the pirates were the cargo the pirates seemed to be focused on stealing were slaves, and they were freeing said slaves, as it is still legal, though highly frowned upon in Waterdeep, to own slaves through different types of indentured servitudes and whatnot. That didn't seem to sit well with the party, as you all started to discuss amongst yourselves, as well as being the adventurers you are, you turned over multiple stones on the ship and found a very pretty little rock, as well as a journal that had a cipher to it. While trying to decrypt the journal, you said out loud a name that had been part of the cipher, and the pretty little rock appeared to actually be a sending stone that connected with the person that's name was mentioned. That person being the head captain of this pirate armada, Captain Booker, with the use of his sending stone, was able to find all of you. There were quite a bit of harsh words, as well as open executions on your ship under the shadow of the Dark Lady, the Captain Booker's flagship. And that's when the cannon fire started. And everything went black and loud and then suddenly quiet for all of you. And that's where we're picking up, as a couple of you start to come to consciousness. Darkness around, but not an absence of light. There's almost like a smoke hanging in the air surrounding all of you. You push up off the ground and can't see the floor beneath you through this thin layer of smoke. Almost like you're standing in a box of it.
Who all's up?
All of you. You look around and you see each other.
Everyone okay?
Spook's gonna mumble a little prayer.
We're in a dark space that looks like smoke, like a box.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, can we see? I mean, I'm a half elf, so I have dark vision, but like, who can see?
That's the weird thing, though the smoke is on all sides. Floor, ceiling, walls, where you assume walls would be. Inside is lit, though there's no source of light. You're easily able to see each other and make out colors of each other's armor and skin.
I want to fill out this box that we're supposedly in.
Okay.
Is it solid?
Make an investigation check.
All right.
Okay, that's my arm. It's not the wall.
So you start to walk towards the edge, and as you're putting your hand out, you know that you should be within a foot or so of the wall of this smoke, and you walk and you can't touch it. You can't grasp at it. It just seems to always be about a foot away, and the rest of you are watching Finkus walking further and further away, and your brain is having trouble getting around the fact that he's always the same distance away from the wall, even though he is moving away from you.
I would assume that when we were scrambling, I put like the sending stone in my stuff that I have on me. Like, can I pull that out?
You would have all your packs and everything. You do
Okay,
see
can I-
all your gear, yes.
Okay, can I pull that out and just like, hello? Hello, is anybody there? Booker?
His name's Booker. He'll be there. Booker. Hey, Booker.
Quiet.
I'm gonna use a divine sense.
Okay. You sit down and push out your senses in all direction. Give me a Constitution saving throw. It
Am I
is
fucked?
unsettling as you aren't familiar with the sensation around you. It does not read as straight demonic or fiendish, and it does not read as straight celestial, but a mix of the two, as it is all around you. It is the smoke itself. And the rest of you, as Vrash is starting to waver on his feet, hear footsteps of solid heels on a polished stone.
Finkus looks like he's getting further away from us, though he's still a foot away from the wall. Can I, Finkus, don't go far, please.
I'll nudge Spook about the bird, her bird boy running off.
Do I have to go after him? Is that my job?
I, I mean, I think so, but I could go get him if you need me to.
I'll do it. Before I go to go get my bird boy, I would like to touch what's your name? Shed? And give him my vigilant blessing, which means he has a hold on, let me check.
Why does everyone keep touching my arm?
Advantage on the next initiative roll. I say keep watch. And I'll smack his butt so he doesn't feel weird about his arm being touched as I walk away.
I'm gonna glance between the two of them and then like raise my eyebrows at Shed.
As the footsteps have been echoing around and Spook runs off after his charge, they seem to stop. The omnipresent stepping. You all are looking in multiple directions and don't see anything until standing quite much in the middle of all of you is a figure. A little taller than Spook, but just by a couple of hairs. Well dressed in a three-piece suit, hands laced behind their back, looking a little pleased with themselves. Dark blue skin, a deeper blue, almost black hair, a long tail that extends out from under the suit jacket and curls lazily just above the floor. Good, you're all awake.
Hello?
Hello, welcome.
Who are you?
I am your newest employer, if you'll have me. Zareth Silverwings, at your service.
Does this figure have silver wings?
He does not. As far as you can tell, he is very much tiefling. The long, pointed canines when he smiles. There's a bit of a glow behind the eyes of this light blue fire. And pointed ears.
Employer for what?
Just a quick pickup job. Something simple, I hope.
I'll hide behind Spook's legs and peek out and be like, "Where are we?"
Well, we're in the void, my good young one. You're all dead.
Dead.
Very much so.
Damn it.
Eyes of the grave.
You cast Eyes of the Grave?
Yes.
Okay. As you kick into that divine power and sense around, the overlaid image of everybody's bodies, of their equipment, of their gear, strips away, and you just see floating souls, bright orbs of light that are just hanging in the air. And then you kick back to yourself.
Oh no.
You don't have to be dead, though. Like I said, hopeful employer.
What is it that we're picking up?
A pair of rings for me, if you'd be so kind.
And you would bring us back to life if we got those?
Well, they are on the material plane, so I'd kind of need you to be alive to get them, to touch them and interact with them. Again, you can always say no. I can send you off.
I don't see anything that could go wrong with this. I think we should do it.
Hold on. What are the rings for? What do they do?
They're my wedding rings for me and my wife. You have to get them re-blessed every couple hundred years, so I sent them off to a beautiful dwarven shrine to be taken care of. They should be ready by now.
I want to whisper to Vrash that we should probably barter with them. Only agree to one ring.
I don't think that's very wise.
I think I'm just gonna like look around and see how everyone else is thinking.
Spook's all in. He's ready. He signed up. He's lined up.
I just look pretty sad.
Like normally? Yeah, I'd say we do it. Otherwise, I don't like being here.
I mean, I guess we have no option unless we want to just be dead.
So to get these rings back to you, we'd have to kill Bird Boy so he comes back to this plane.
Wait, what?
What? I'm sorry. I must have missed something. What?
Well, we have to get the rings.
Mm-hmm.
We have to bring the rings back.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't all have to die to come back.
Oh, no, there will be... About... Because I don't like wasting the gold on resurrections if you're just going to kill each other. He actually seems a little perturbed for a second, says, he pulls out a small coin. This will get you back to me. Just toss it in the air, and he flicks it off towards Spook.
Should I roll to see if he catches it?
Is your dex above 10?
Yes.
Then you catch it.
Yay.
You see on the coin, it is a platinum piece. On one side, it has the symbol of a sun. I don't know if this will be visible. Symbol of a sun, and then on the other side, a bird-like figure made of flames. Yes, just once you're done with the job and you feel like you have sufficiently collected the cargo and are in a safe place, flick the coin in the air and I'll find you.
And that's it? You just want the 2 rings?
I just need the 2 rings, yes.
And where can we find these rings? Do you have a city name, a person's name, location?
Vendor, store.
Any of those would do.
They're at the Shrine of Tender Oath currently. Just up the mountain.
Are we going to come back where we died in the middle of the ocean, or...
I don't have enough time for you to swim back to the land, hop on a carriage, and travel into the Desarin Valley. So, no, I'll place you quite close. Is this you all agreeing?
I think so.
I think Brash says to Shed, in Draconic, I don't know if I trust this.
I'm with you. But let's let this play out. We'll see what happens.
In Draconic, the tiefling says, yes. It'd be a good idea.
Excuse us, we're having a private conversation.
You are standing right in front of me.
Private?
Alright, Shed. Let's just, do what you said this time.
Spook's in. Spook's been in. Spook's there.
That's actually correct. You are there. And as he waves his hands, the smoke from the ceiling drops and it all settles out. And you are all standing alone in a small wood as the smoke dissipates into mist and then nothing around you. The tiefling is gone.
Can we take time to process that we died and we're back now?
Just more glory for us.
Eyes of the grave. Again.
There are no undead nearby.
Oh.
I want to
Where-
immediately look around to see if there's any landmarks or we're just in the middle of the woods.
You can roll either perception or survival. I'll allow either or.
Spook would like to check his body for scars.
We're actually alive.
Roll investigation, Spook. Shed, as you're looking around, you do see that there is quite a mountain range nearby. Probably an hour or so away. And there is a worn path fairly close as well that leads in the direction of the mountains. Spook, looking over, you do see quite a few new little scars all over your body. It looks like multiple shrapnel contusions that have healed over a long period of time.
I will proudly show Ilara.
Wow, that's so cool. But we seriously died, and I'm a little freaked out about that. Time out real quick. Two questions for the DM. First off, did dying and then coming back heal us of all of our HP and our spell slots?
Yes, you guys are currently as if you had a long rest.
Oh snap! Okay, and then the second, I would like to do an investigation check on everybody to see if anybody has any large scars, like Prince Zuko, Todoroki type scars.
Okay, roll investigation as well. Is everybody allowing Alara to strip you down?
No.
No.
No, I was gonna say I see Spook doing that and showing Alara, so I wanted to look myself over and see if I had any also.
Roll perception check as well.
I did not mean stripped down. I meant visible, like face, hands.
Natural 20!
So, everybody does have minor wounds and scarring. I will allow you to dictate how they change your appearance, if in any way. Though each of you does have a single large scar somewhere on your body, so you can figure how that will look, whether it's a thick line around one of your arms where an arm got torn off, or a massive patch of scar tissue on your chest. But I will leave that to you to decide. Finkus, it is very difficult to find any scars as you are covered in feathers, and the feathers cover the scarring, but you do find yours as well.
Yes. I was gonna go up to Brash and try to show him my scar. Just copying Spook.
Puffing out the feathers,
Yep.
ruffling them in the way so that they can be seen.
Are you challenging me, little one?
No.
I think he wants you to pluck him.
I pluck a feather.
Ow. I sulk away.
I definitely think I lightly smack Spook's arm, being like, don't encourage it.
Spook blushes.
So, rings. Again, we definitely died and came back. No one else feeling a little traumatic about that?
Try not to think about it too much.
Right, right.
You're alive now. So,
I guess that's fair. So, we were brought back to get some wedding rings. These must be really important for all of our lives to be brought back.
Well, marriage is important, is it not?
I mean, he didn't give us an or else clause, so I'll see you guys later.
What?
Vrash grabs Spook's collar to make sure that he doesn't go anywhere.
Okay, I'll help.
Well, mountains are over there, probably about an hour, and we got this nice little convenient path.
He sat us on this path to follow.
Last time.
He said he needed us for the material plane because he can't do it himself, but he brought us here.
That is a little suspicious.
I don't know. I'd say we just go. Let's see what happens.
All right, so then you all head off.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm following the big, strong dragon man.
All
That
right.
me.
So you start heading along the path, heading towards the mountains. There's a bit of a spring in all your steps. You all feel good, which is weird because apparently you just died. But you definitely, that little kink in your neck just doesn't seem to be bothering you anymore. Arms, you feel like you just had a great workout. You all start wandering off into the woods, following the path. And it does take, Rash was right, a little under an hour to get to the base of the mountains where they sheerly raise up ahead of you, and the path connects onto a zigzag pattern path up the side of this very steep mountain. As you start to climb, it's definitely hard work. Though,
Nah, I'll just fly.
okay. Finkus, you flutter around through the air above the party.
Guess
Spook
I'll
is
keep a
periodically
lookout,
going
too.
to. Sorry, go ahead.
So I'll keep a lookout too while everyone's climbing.
Yeah, I'm gonna periodically throw pebbles at him.
I will keep an extra few feet away from Spook.
Then, as you're fluttering around, Finkus, give me a perception check. It's easier to see from the sky as you are going around, but about 20-30 feet ahead of the party, once you guys have passed about the 45-minute mark of climbing up this path, there is a gleam of something metallic that's laying across the path ahead of everybody.
There's something bright up ahead. I can't see too well. But I'll fly closer and take a look.
Thought you had bird vision.
Bird boy vision.
As you get closer, you do see that it is a metal wire that has been strung to be taut just ahead of, or just under the lip of some of the stonework. A tripwire of some type.
Ooh.
Good
Wow.
bird vision.
Fly back and I'll say like there's a trap up ahead.
So this isn't just going to get some rings and then being done with it.
Anyone good with traps?
I mean, I can fly by the trap. I don't know if y'all could go around somehow.
Can we step over it?
It looks like you could, yeah.
Can I throw a rock on the other side of the wire in case there's a second thing?
The ground comes up and eats the rock. No. You throw the rock and nothing happens.
I'll step over it.
Nice and easy without any issue. You step over the trap. Now that you know it's there, it is very easy to circumvent.
Okay, then I'll follow.
Yes, we're gonna just kind of pay attention. Since there's one, there's gonna be more.
Spook is bravely going to go last over the trap.
Bravely.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to everybody and be like, should we see what the trap does? Like, are they trying to kill us? Are they trying to capture us? Like, do you think that would be helpful information, or just keep on moving?
Just follow the wire, right? And see what it's connected to.
I mean, I guess that's true.
Yeah, can we look around and see if we can gauge what the trap might have done?
Yeah.
Like
I'll
there's Indiana Jones boulder or something.
allow two of you to roll an investigation check, or one of you with advantage.
Let's
Not
just
me.
do. Go ahead.
Guidance, whoever's rolling.
Well, I don't have great investigation, but I definitely think I would want to know what was happening. So,
Go for it.
what's guidance do? I think
You get a D4 added to it.
Okay, so investigation. Am I the only one rolling?
Apparently.
Yep,
Yeah.
do it with advantage.
Yep.
And then you said a D4.
So you go and you follow the wire, and it goes, and there's a piton hammered into some of the stone just off the path with a loop, and the wire goes through that, and it runs a little bit ahead. And as you're tracing the wire, eventually you see a little shelf that's been built in just behind a stone outcropping, and there's a couple 100 pounds worth of rocks that have been set up there that would have fallen directly onto people who had stepped on the wire, most likely pushed them off the path to a very painful death, if not even more painful 2 weeks of being crushed and starving to death.
Okay, I'm gonna carefully go back to everybody and be like, it looks like they're trying to kill us.
Been there, done that today. Come on. Think of something new.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if we die again, if like we get a second chance with him. What if we just die and he doesn't show up? Like,
I think this is our second chance.
yeah, I think this
And
is all.
that's rare enough. There's probably not going to be a third.
Can I make like a religion check to see if I'm just kidding.
I'm just a little confused about why there are these traps when we're heading towards a shrine to get some wedding rings that have been re-blessed. Seems a little weird. just gonna put that out there. If we want to keep on trekking with taking intermediate perception checks, that'll be fine.
I'm looking out from the air as we go on.
Okay.
I definitely
Be
think
careful for air
after that. Oh my god. I definitely think after that I'm on like high alert and like a little skittish and freaked out.
Okay.
Spook would like to think back to his church teachings. Did he know of any like heathen dwarves in the hills or anything?
Roll a religion check.
I love that. Heathen dwarves in the hills.
Is that alliteration?
So, you don't know anything about heathen dwarves in the hills. You know a little bit about the Shrine of Tender Oath. It's not too far. Well, it's a couple months' travel from Waterdeep. It is in the Desarin Valley, which is an area you're semi-familiar with, actually. It's a temple to Benora Truesilver, the revered mother of all dwarves, and the wife of Moradin, the king of the dwarven gods. There shouldn't be traps near one of her shrines.
Hey guys, there shouldn't be traps near her shrines.
Heathens.
Uh,
Shouldn't there be?
what time of day does it look?
Mid-morning.
Oh, so we were just raised bright and early.
Early bird gets the worm.
Oh, and
Please stop eating worms in front of us.
Finkus, roll perception check for me as you guys are continuing forward and you are flying about.
I will guide myself.
All right.
So let's see. Perception. Boom. D4. Boom.
So you continue up further, getting a better look, following the path up as you're not bound to the ground like some mortals. You get to around where the path reaches into the mountain, and from your vantage point, you see that there is probably like 2 hours further of walking for the party, but there is a pair of dwarven statues that stand on either side of a stone archway opening that leads into the mountain. And there's 2 guards by the statues, seemingly keeping an eye out, though they haven't noticed you yet.
Do they look dwarven?
Yes, they look very dwarven.
All right. I'll quickly go back down and tell everyone there's some guards up ahead. Maybe a few more hours of walking.
I'm gonna turn to Spook and be like, is it normal for there to be guards at a shrine? I thought shrines were just supposed to welcome everyone, but I'm not very religious, I guess.
You don't know dwarves, I guess.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Okay.
I don't think
Would
I should
Spook
go
find
in
anything
the...
weird about this?
Shrines definitely, because of the amount of holy power and different artifacts and amount of money that goes through temples, churches, and shrines, it isn't uncommon for there to be guards.
Yeah, but after our little trap that we circumvented, I think we should be on high alert. You still have that vigilant blessing there, Mr. Shed.
You want me to go up and say hi?
We gotta walk there first.
So you do. You do actually circumvent, based on the party's perception, 2 more traps of similar make.
cool.
Maybe there's been a lot of bandits or something in the area, and they're just protecting themselves. You know.
I've not known guards to use traps, though. Especially not that of stone.
You
Well,
are getting-
dwarves and stone, and they like to dig.
I just pat fingers on the head.
I'm not gonna fly anymore. I don't think they saw me, so I'm just gonna stay on the ground.
What the hell is this?
Magic.
Interesting. Probably change songs in a sec. Yep. Gotta love it. But all of you do get decently close. How are you approaching this? Better thing to ask.
Are we all just gonna, I'm gonna turn to everybody. Are we all just going to go up there and talk to them? Are we sending one person? I'm really good with disguises and stuff, but I don't think that's gonna help. I'm also really good with stealth, but not
I can
sure
talk
if
to them.
that's
We should talk first. I mean, as far as we know, they're just guards right now.
And there's only two guards that we see.
As far as you're aware, you aren't within vision of them yet. You're close, but not there.
Okay.
Finkus, you and I want to go up front, pretend like we are clerics.
But we are clerics.
It's gonna be easy for you to pretend then.
Okay.
Could talk religions with them. I speak a little Dwarvish. Anyone else?
No.
I don't speak Dwarvish.
Yeah, I got common.
If they're gonna go off like ahead, I think I'm going to like try and stealth behind a little bit, try and like keep them in my sight, but like stealth behind. Once we start getting to the point where like they would notice our like the sound of our footsteps and stuff like that.
Okay.
I can act like a dim-witted bodyguard for you guys, like your manual labor for the clerics.
I'll roll right along with that.
Okay, well I guess I'm gonna be on my lonesome back here just stealthing, but I'm gonna try and stay hidden.
Yell if you get hurt.
They'll never see you coming.
So then, as the rest of the party makes their way forward, give me a stealth check, Alara.
Oh no. End of the world.
As the rest of you come around the corner, and you come to vision of this dwarven stronghold, this entryway. The statues are very well made and depict two dwarfs kneeling in reverence on either side of the doorway. You come into view, and one of the guards at the front holds up a hand and says, halt! What? Who are you? As he nudges the other dwarf, who kind of steps back and walks into the building, or out of sight.
We're friends.
You know, friends of who?
Hopefully you.
Oh, that's vague and... What?
We've come to pay our respects to Venora. I come from the church of my god that I've remembered his name. And this here is a representative of his church with the god that he remembers the name of. And we would very much like to start a collaboration with your church.
Right. Um, that that's odd. I guess. And you just decided to walk up here on your own.
Well, you weren't coming down to Waterdeep, so we figured we'd walk the way to you, as a sign of good faith and friendship.
Hmm. Folks from Waterdeep. Interesting. Well, and he glances over his shoulder. There's right. There's a wedding going on right now, so head on in. There will be food and drinks after. Just be kind. He kind of looks at you, really uncertain of what's going on.
Of course, we bring many offerings, and we thank you for your hospitality.
As I hear that there's a mention of a wedding, I'm gonna start like power walking up and being like, guys, wait, don't leave me behind.
Right. So the guard watches the lot of you walking in, still seemingly uncertain of what's going fully on. As you walk into the main room, you realize that this square room is actually open to the sky. They've carved all the way up to the top of the mountain so that natural light comes streaming down. And in the center of the room is a beautiful statue of Benora, true silver. Her hands out in welcome, smiling at all of you. Braziers in the four corners of the room, which are unlit, and you hear a little bit of a commotion coming from behind the statue at one of the four exits to this room at the north side.
Do we see?
I'm gonna.
Sorry?
Go ahead, Spook.
Oh, Spook's gonna kneel quickly in reverence to the statues, like the dwarfs were outside in the statues.
Okay. You take a quick knee and pray.
Oh, yeah,
Rush
I
will do
should
the
probably
same.
do the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna glance
Follow
around
suit.
at everybody kneeling, and I'm gonna kneel too.
Is anyone else in here like armed besides us and the guards?
Currently you don't see anyone else, though you do hear other individuals on the other side of the statue out of sight.
Does it sound like a wedding, like a celebration?
Roll an
Like-
insight check.
Okay, give me a second to find insight. There it is. Why am I rolling like shit today? Who knows?
Just for clarification, I have 0 weapons on me.
So you listen out, and you know it sounds like a lot of people standing around.
Okay, well, I've been skeptical this whole time, so I'm gonna like try and make myself look nicer for a possible wedding.
Okay.
Wait, she just hears people standing.
She hears people occupying the space. Yes.
Like just talking, I just hear noise.
So it could be like a middle school dance. We don't know.
I'm still making myself look nice. I have costumes and stuff. I can make it happen.
What's a
Spook is
middle
gonna
school?
blush.
But it's a bit late for that, Alara. We're inside the building now.
Yes, I understand that. But we haven't seen any people yet, and they wouldn't know that I had twigs in my hair.
Except for the guard that was outside.
That's just one guard. It's fine.
News spreads fast.
Well, it is what it is. I look nice now.
You
Young
do.
one, you are too young to understand. He just pats Fingus on the head again.
So as you start walking around the statue, you notice that there is probably what looks like living quarters off to down the left hallway, and a smaller shrine down off the right hallway. Ahead, you do see, coming around fully around the statue, that there are several dwarven individuals, all wearing robes, standing around a little pillar-like altar in the middle of this secondary square-like room. As they turn to see you, one of them calls out, "Ah, more guests! Wonderful! Please come in, join." And he holds out a hand to all of you.
I take his hand.
I'm gonna start clapping excitedly and be like, "Oh my gosh, can I perform at the reception? I have 2 different instruments I'd really like to explore with you guys."
So you walk up, and as you're all talking, and the one dwarven matron at the back, who is standing by the altar wearing very nice robes and smiling, says, "Of course, dear, we'd love to hear some music from, where was it? You said Waterdeep, correct?"
Did she say Waterdeep weird?
Yes, we're from Waterdeep.
Instantly, I feel like I've stopped being excited.
I lean over and whisper to Alara, "Told you."
I'm just gonna like slightly elbow Finkiss, not trying to hurt him, and be like, "Shh."
I'll give. Alara, give me a either perception or investigation, and Shed, give me same. One of those two.
Perception. Why? Why does the world hate me so bad?
Wait, sorry, you said investigation or what?
Or perception.
Oh, thank goodness.
Solid.
So, Alara, looking around, I mean, this is... You're a little nervous about suddenly having to perform?
Mm-hmm.
Just because you weren't fully expecting this. Shed, as you take the dwarf's hand and you grip it tightly as you tend to and shake, you notice for half a second that the dwarf's... There's an after image when the dwarf's hand moves too quickly. And the actual hand that you're holding isn't the same deep tan of the after image, of the illusion settled over it. The actual hand you're holding is a deep gray. And that's when they attack.
That's awesome.
So, currently, Shed, you're the only one who is not surprised. Let us... Oh wow, the turn order does just appear when I open it, so I do have to be wary of when I turn that on. Let me get initiative from all of you. Make sure to... Oh, and yes, because battle map. I don't have vision on the battle map. I will have to change that. Can you all see your characters?
I see black.
Yeah, it's a black screen.
Everybody sees black. Okay. Then let's... try that. Nope. Okay. Well, things are about to be really bright and then go black again. See if that works. Nope. Okay.
Everyone, quick, memorize it.
Suddenly, I've turned blind.
I'm blind.
They actually cast like blindness on all of us. That's why it's dark. I got you.
Oh no, they used my spell against me.
I thought your spell was darkness.
It's blindness, deafness. I just say darkness.
Oh, this might do it. Can you see Finkus?
Nope.
Ah, well, that didn't do it. Alright, well. Let me know if any of you gain vision. No, alright, this is taking too long, so I'll just have to figure that out later. I'm gonna put you there. And...
I can see now.
yep, you can see everything. So... are these guys gonna actually snap to a spot? No, that's fine. Now click your token and then click initiative on your character sheet, and that should kick you into the turn order.
My token's not moving.
Your token is not moving. Well, that would explain things. Because your token is not registered to you. That's why you couldn't see.
Hey.
So that's you.
Hey, we figured it out.
We got there. Took a day and a half, but we got there.
Okay. Then click initiative. Ooh.
Rash, you should be good now.
That's a-
Laura. There we go.
Does Sheed still have advantage on initiative?
Yes, you would.
Why? Why is the world the way it is today?
Spook, you are spook now. And last but not least, there we go.
Quick, before we start fighting, how many do you think Shed's gonna kill?
All of them.
I do have a question of where we entered from, because I know we're not supposed to be seeing certain stuff, but like, where did we come from?
You
Where did
came
we
in
go?
from the south.
Okay. Cool. Just making sure.
Yes, no, it is good to know.
1 second for me.
There we go. Okay.
We're about to be TPK'd.
A second time.
The first time was just a test.
When you guys said like, "Oh, don't kill us right off the bat," I was like, "Well."
I have a quick question to make sure I'm reading this right while we're getting settled.
Mm-hmm.
How do I put this in the chat? This?
Yeah, so that just means that anytime I do a check that I'm not proficient in, because my proficiency bonus is 2, I would just add 1 to it.
So the easiest way to fix that.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm altering your character sheet now.
Bro. I was like, what did I click?
What is going on? There is a thing.
Okay, well, you do the thing. I'm just gonna let you live your life. There is a button that says Jack of all trades.
Where I am blocked.
The bottom in the middle, after a bunch of normals, there's a little you click.
Aha. Yep, that's
Jack
what I
of-
wanted.
Cool.
So now.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, your core stats will already have it factored in for you.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And I will put character sheets on this window actually, so that I can still see chat. Maybe roll? That would be great, Obo, if you just, banned. I will leave it up to you. If you ever want to ban a word, just put it in chat, and I will work around it best I can. So the dwarves, they're all set. Has everybody rolled initiative?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So top of initiative during the surprise round.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. This dwarf also gets an initiative. Oh, good. He did just about as bad as I needed him to. Shed. You realize you're gripping a Duragar's hand as the others start to attack, pulling war hammers from under their robes. What do you do?
I mean, I'm gonna immediately attack on this. Am I gonna need to do anything to prevent myself? Like, are they holding my hand still, and I have to pull away from that or anything?
No. It's not a grip that was meant to grapple. It might have turned into that if you had not gone before him, but yeah.
Okay, so I want to manifest my echo and have it pop up behind him, and then I also want to move it to that guy that's in the very back.
Right, echo. So that you'd say about there.
I think I need to keep it within 30 feet of me. So is that 30 feet?
Just at the range.
Sorry, I had a Windows pop up. I wanna attack and then use my unleash invocation to have the shadow attack as well.
All
Just
right.
on the 2 guys.
Then roll to hit.
And I'm doing shed first.
Okay. 15 definitely hits. And roll for the echo. Ooh, 20 hits. And a 22 hits.
Sorry, I think I rolled it twice accidentally.
And the second attack is for the echo, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, Shed, as you clip the greatsword off your back and swing it forward, still holding the dwarf by the hand, you push the greatsword forward at an angle and pull the dwarf towards you as you just sever his head right off the bat. Shed doing what Shed does. Come on, where's my Yep, you delete that dwarf immediately.
I
As
feel like I need to yell something aggressive, like "That's how I dance."
all right.
After that, I'm gonna go, nice one.
Not allowing me to edit their icons. That's weird. So then I will just do it this way. As your echo swings into the dwarven priestess at the back, it hits. It doesn't seem to hit very hard. As she takes the blow rather easily.
Scary.
All right, I think this ends my turn.
All right. Going pen and paper with this. Okay, that brings us to Finkus. You did not notice. This dwarven guard is going to move up to Shed and make an attack with the war hammer. It's a 12 to hit you, Shed.
AC 16.
All right. This one is going to move forward to Vrash and make an attack on Vrash. That's a 6 to hit.
Definitely not.
Wonderful, wonderful. I would have been worried.
Actually, crit.
Yep, that was kind of terrible. And the two others in front of Vrash, one's gonna move over here for flanking, but actually no, he's gonna attack Shed because Shed just decapitated one of them. That is a crit to hit Shed.
Oh, I'm gonna hold on. What is the thing called? I'm using my shield to impose disadvantage. Wait, is he within 5 feet? Hold on, actually.
Is it the target or the attacker that has to be within 5 feet?
The attacking a person. What does it say? Hold on, let me pull it up again.
Yep.
When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you, so it would have to be Shed within 5 feet.
Yeah.
There's my ruler.
So, Shed, you take 15 bludgeoning damage in the side as one of these warhammers connects with you.
I wanna expend my Ravenite Dragonborn, the Vengeful Assault trait. So when I take damage, I can use my reaction to take an attack at him.
Okay. Roll to hit. Yeah, 24 hit. Fuck. So he slams the hammer into you, denting the side of your armor. You hear a couple ribs crack, and you whip around and just cleave this dwarf in two, splattering pretty much the entire party in dwarven viscera.
I literally just got the sticks out of my hair.
And then that makes it the second dwarf that was attacking Vrash. That's an 18 to hit.
That does hit.
So you take 9 bludgeoning damage. And then this dwarf is going to rush over and attack the shadow. Does the shadow have an AC?
Yes, 16.
Okay. He rushes forward to attack the Inkborn shadow, and as he swings through, he completely biffs it. That just leaves the final guard who's going to run up behind Spook and make a swing at Spook, which Spook, you are easily able to deflect the blow away. That brings us to top. Oh, no, that actually brings us to the dwarf priestess, who is going to make 2 attacks against the the shade. As not pulling a warhammer, she opens her sleeve and starts to draw out this 7-foot long glaive as the figure of the
Jesus.
priestess starts to grow, and the illusion starts to flicker and dissipate as a more demonic form stands there and swings this glaive. That's a 20 or a 17 to hit, so the shade takes 10 slashing damage.
And it just dissipates.
I'm gonna just set it over here for right now because it may come back. And then stepping forward, this hulking figure gets right up on Shed. That brings us to the top of the round. Surprise round done. Finkus.
Oh man, I am just gonna stay exactly where I am right now. Maybe crouch down lower and cast Bane on those 2 guys and that guy. Charisma saving throw.
Okay, charisma. 1, 2, and 3. They all fail.
Haha, they're all baned.
Whatever reason, it still won't let me.
So whenever they make an attack roll or saving throw, they get a minus d4.
Perfect.
Who's Bane? This guy?
Those 2 guys and the guy behind Spook.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
That's your action. Do you have a bonus action?
That's my turn.
All right. Jed.
All right, so I'll use my bonus action to get the shade back up right behind the 7-foot glade you said?
Yep.
Oh goodness.
And actually, I think I do have a better token for this now. There we go.
Jeez.
Oh, that's great.
As
I don't know
a
if I call that better.
That is massive.
as a large blue-skinned demon-like ogre is now lording over you, chuckling deeply.
All right, so I think I want to use the unleash again, and Shed will attack the little guy at the left, and the shade will attack the big one.
Okay. Roll to hit.
I guess the top one Shed.
Oh, and you wouldn't have flanking on this. Because does it provide flanking for you?
I think that's a you question. I don't think it. There's nothing in the spell that does it. The
Okay.
ability.
It would specify if it is like a creature that can provide flanking or cannot. Then
It counts as a creature.
it counts as a creature. Then
Oh wait, maybe it doesn't.
that book with. Oh, we're just gonna say no for right now. So you miss the dwarf, but you do hit the ogre, the demonic ogre. So another ink-born spectral slash at its back, and it grunts, and as it's looking between you and the shadow, it growls, "I wasn't expecting somebody to show up this quickly." Very well. That makes it the dwarf guard that missed. He is going to swing at Shed. He brings the hammer in and catches the unlit brazier right next to him and nearly swings the thing across into all three of you, but just doesn't have the strength for it. So Spook, it is your turn.
Okay, so Spook saw how much damage his buddy's been taking and how many people have been swung at, and he's going to say a little prayer, and he's going to cast a spell. Hold on.
Okay. Holding.
I also have a quick question. What did Spook give to Shed earlier? Is that a thing that's still alive? Like guidance or something?
It was like advantage on initiative
Oh, okay, gotcha.
and a good butt slap.
That was the important part, was the butt slap.
Okay, so I'm going to draw the circle. Something like that.
Very cool.
So while you're in my circle of awesomeness, you, my friends, can either get 1d6 plus 3 healing, or you can choose to end an effect of being charmed or frightened. And it's kind of like Twilight in here now. Everyone's happy. It's so beautiful in here. It's like dark and purpley.
So yes, as Spook presents his holy symbol, there's a eruption of stars that connect all over the we have feedback. Who's that? There we go. Eruption of stars that condense on the walls and start to sparkle around as the midday sun dims out, and you all feel a sense of multiple divine presences paying quite a bit of attention to this little endeavor. Was there anything else, Spook?
Yes, the person that's playing Spook is now going to use the restroom.
Okay. When they get back, they can roll their d6 plus cleric level.
I don't need any healing.
It's temporary hit points. It goes on top of your hit
Oh,
points.
dang! I'll do it right now then.
They don't heal you, but they add a little shielded buffer.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing in Final Fantasy XIV eyes.
Well, this won't bring you back from the dead or the unconscious.
So does everybody get this? I'm confused.
At the end of your turn, each turn.
Oh, okay, cool.
Almost. Slash roll. So 7 temporary hit points on top of your hit points. All right. That makes it now. Dwarf 1 and 2 are going to attack Vrash again. See,
Is that them too?
yes,
Okay, they're baned.
they are baned. So, Vrash, what's your armor class?
18.
18. Yep, no. They are not able to hit. They're trying to like rub their eyes as it's almost like they have pollen or something in their face. They seem really congested and they just don't seem to be having a good time right now.
Bird dust.
They have
No.
an avian allergy. But that makes it Vrash your turn.
Okay, if I like sidestep to right here, do they get opportunity attacks?
One of them would, yes.
Okay, then I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do my fire breath, which is a 15-foot cone in front of me.
Okay.
They need to do a dex save or
Uh,
do 2d6 fire damage.
what's the DC?
14.
Due to Bane, they both fail.
Ah.
Oops. How do I need to do this? They changed this. It's not what I remember. There we go. Wait.
Yeah, on the left side, you can click the die. There you go. Perfect. So they both get scorched and are barely standing, but they are still there.
Cool.
That makes then. Is that the end of your turn?
I do believe. I don't think I have a second attack yet.
All right. That. We're gonna actually, because this music is putting me to sleep. I'm gonna save it for later.
It's battle time now.
See if this works. Hopefully this doesn't have lyrics. This is literally labeled epic dwarf music.
Nice. Don't forget your temporary hit points, Vrash.
Yes, roll a d6 and add 3. And that is hit points on top of your standard hit points. So those go away first. They aren't counted as an actual healing. It's more of an invisible shield. So you have 6
Right
hit
on.
points. All right. Let's get that back up so that and all right. But that makes it the dwarf who ran a little ways away. He can't get past his friends right now, so he is stuck right there. Okay. Alara, it is your turn.
Cool. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do, I guess, is give Bardic Inspiration to Shed. And a solid, like, I know it's really scary, but you totally got this. And then I guess I'm going to cast a Phantasmal Force on the big bad.
Okay.
It's a intelligence saving throw, DC 14. And
Failed.
on a fail, I create a phantasmal object. I'm gonna make it look like Shed's other, like, ghosty boy. So that means that it can attack because it looks like it can attack. I'll just click it to make sure everything's boom. And then so at the end of, I think, my turn, or is it their turn? It does psychic damage. Why is this so long?
Because
it's-
Phantasmal Force is amazing.
It is a
Each
very
round
good.
on your turn, the phantom, I can't speak words, can deal 1d6 psychic damage to the target if it is in the area within 5 feet of the phantasm provided that the illusion is of a creature or a hazard that could logically deal damage, such as attacking.
Okay. So as you call out and Shed, you feel that mote of inspiration inside of you. The creature that you're fighting, its eyes start to dart left and right from you as it seems to be tracking multiple new targets and starts to swing a little wildly at a couple of them. And then you see a gash rip open on one of its legs from seemingly nothing. Roll that d6.
Boom. Oh, it's so minor.
It's a d6 plus 3.
Not for that. This is the damage of my
Yeah.
homie.
But is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, now I can do the d6 plus 3.
Exactly.
Okay, hold on. Now it's 6. Okay, got it.
That makes it the dwarf guard at the back, who is going to try to clobber Spook with a warhammer. Baned. Yeah.
No, thank you.
That Bane is coming in handy.
Yes.
I don't believe that hits. So that makes it the Oni, as some of you might have recognized if you are proficient in any type of religion.
I like how Finkus probably just is like almost in the fetal position, hunkered down, and his Bane's doing all the work for him. Great.
That's what I do.
The Oni is going to swing once at one of the phantasmal forces, and then once at Shed. So it swings out and it slams its glaive into the stone a little next to the altar and snarls out. And then he turns towards Shed and swings again, saying, well, if I get rid of you, I'll get rid of all the other little ones around. But you are able to get your greatsword up in time and block. Though you know your arms are going to be significantly sore in the morning if you survive this, as he shifts you back just a little bit. That makes it Finkus, your turn.
All right. I'm gonna try something that might not be very smart. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay.
I want to take one of my oil flasks. I just want to throw it at that guy.
Okay.
And we're just gonna see what happens.
So
lubricate him up.
roll Dex, just a d20 plus your Dex modifier. Yep.
Oh, can I not just click? Oh yeah, I can.
So you take one of your clay oil flasks and you just huck it at the Oni, and it shatters on his rippling pectorals, and he is now like a Roman gladiator oiled before a fight. He looks confused, as do some of the dwarfs, as does probably some of the party, but he is now oiled. He is very oily.
Just gonna yell out, "Light him up!" and hunker back down. I'm just gonna mark off one oil flask now.
Yep. That makes it Shed, your turn.
Does Finkus want to get some temporary hit points?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Finkus kept reminding people, but Finkus forgot.
I only remember myself, bro.
Ooh, all 9.
Hey, Max, nice. I feel safe.
So then, Shed, it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna just go normal attack with. Well, let me move the shadow just down a little bit. To the left behind that one guy.
Okay.
Small guy. And then I want to attack, but I'll just attack through the shadow at that guard that I
Okay.
can't seem to kill.
$12 does not hit.
I am gonna action surge and do this again.
Okay. 21 definitely hits.
Yes.
So you swing your great sword at him, and he's able to parry it off with his warhammer. And just through the annoyance of this guard surviving for so long, you reach over, gripping the stone and metal brazier next to you that he had shifted out of place, and just topple it onto him, crushing the poor dwarf to death. As each one falls too, you do all see the illusions dissipate as these dark dwarves, Duragar, are appearing fully armored, not wearing robes or anything anymore.
Oh, so they're Nene?
What?
Are they wearing clothes under the robe?
Oh, no, yes, they are. They're wearing, like I said, fully armored. They're wearing chain shirts and trousers and leathers.
Your mind's in the gutter.
I mean, if you have illusions, you might as well be naked at all times.
All right. I think I'll end my. Oh. Wait.
Ooh.
Okay. So just because I can, I want to use my bonus action to swap places with my shadow.
Okay.
And then I'll end my turn with the healing.
Cool. That's... well lubricated. I just saw that. That makes it Spook, your turn.
Okay. Someone's been trying to take hits at me. Is that generic dwarf creature?
Yep. The dwarf guard token.
I would like to swing at the generic dwarf creature with my mace.
Roll to hit.
You generic jerk.
You swing in, and he's able to get his warhammer up just in time to deflect the blow. You aren't able to make contact with him.
I'll use that bad word I learned.
All the braziers go low, and the world rumbles.
Oh no.
What could go wrong? Do I get another round of the D6 plus 3?
So the way temporary hit points work is you can never stack them. They don't stack. So at the end of this round, you would roll again, and I believe you would take the new total.
What if I just wanted to keep the last one because it was good?
Then you can keep it. I'm not that hard on it. I'll actually, say until you take damage, you don't need to re-roll it, because that'll make it easier on everybody.
Cool. That ends my turn.
That ends your turn. The two dwarfs that were burned are now going to properly try to hit Vrash again. One of them is going to actually step down this way and not hit Vrash. He's going to aim for Alara.
That's rude. Hold on, I have something.
It's fine. He's gonna roll with disadvantage on attacking her since she's within 5 feet of me. I'm using my protection thing.
Okay.
Disadvantage and a minus D4. That's harsh.
Minus. Oh shit.
Well, then never mind. I won't do that if everybody's stacking shit up.
No.
Well, I don't want to. I have only so many bardic inspirations that I can take from, so it's fine. It's cool. Just let it happen.
So, Retro Hoodie just donated $20. So, here's what's going on.
Oh no, someone's dying.
Please don't tell me.
Maybe.
No, no.
$20 donation equals a death.
Oof. Retro, do you want it from the player's handbook or from the book that we wrote?
Bad retro. I smack your hands, sir.
Okay, let me pull up the churn real quick. Where is that folder? Go big or go home?
I'd like to go home, please.
Thank you for standing by. This page. Magic in the Churn. 41. I think. There we go. Okay, I will. Alright, so we are rolling a D100. And we're going to grab the closest effect that would make sense.
Oh man, this is a wild magic surge. What is happening?
Pretty
Whatever
sure.
it is, it's great.
I made wild magic surge chart for one of my characters once and it was great.
So, rolling back time a little bit, as Spook says that curse word
Oh no.
again,
God fucking.
No.
and the room rumbles slightly. Bits of the stonework starts to crumble away, and set into the walls all along this corridor are gravestones, each one with your names on them, your true names on them.
Oh no.
That's a secret.
All set
Guys,
out.
I guess
for-
I don't have one here. Don't look at that one.
True names?
Like, does each gravestone have all of our names combined on it, or just like separate ones for each of us?
There's separate ones for each of you. There is apparently a different one for each of you, though there is no one that says Spook, but one that says something else. However, you are in the middle of combat. As we get back, that works out very interestingly. I like that. Well worth. That brings us back to the dwarf who is in the process of attacking Alara, though with his
question.
minus. Yes.
But he's technically. Does he get an opportunity attack from Vrash or no?
No, he has not moved out of Rash's threat range.
That's fair. Continue with the damage to me.
Well, it was at disadvantage due to Vrash's shield, minus a d4. So in total, he rolled a 4 to hit Alara.
Oh my god, that hurts so bad. No, I'm just kidding. Yes.
So he misses. The dwarf, though, next to Vrash is also going to make his attack on Vrash.
Minus D4.
Minus a d4. Man, I am just rolling great on those d4s. That's a 10 to hit, so I don't believe that hits either.
Nope.
I got a question.
Yes.
Further south on the map,
Correct.
I believe we came from that direction.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what about that guy right there?
He is Forgotten and a loss.
Okay.
That is the guard that ran in to talk with everybody as you guys approached. I just didn't remove his token.
Okay.
He technically is one of these robed individuals, or is dead on the ground. Who knows? His illusion was changed once he joined the wedding party. That, though, that brings us to Vrash. It is your turn.
Cool. This way, I'm doing a breath weapon again.
Okay.
Fire.
You can use that more than once a day?
Oh, does it? Let me see here, because it does not say on my character sheet.
I think it's short rest. That it comes back. I guess I can say a full sentence.
English is hard. I don't like it. It always gets on my nerves.
Rest. Never mind.
Okay. So, no. Unfortunately.
Yeah, cool. Let me see what else I want to do then.
Short long rest. Huh?
Learn your spells and stuff, kids.
Remember your abilities.
Light a torch and throw it at him.
Can I light a jet? Well, I don't have any kind of fire making tools or anything, right? I have an explorer's pack. Would that have fire making tools in it?
Explorer's pack has 10 torches.
Does
Cool.
it have flint and tinder?
Yes, it should have a tinder.
Okay, then yeah, you'd be able to use an action to light a torch. Or to just light the guy. I mean, it's up to you. Just walk up with... Wait, stand still.
I was gonna say try to throw a javelin, but that's not gonna. If I have to use an action to do fire and stuff too, that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna hit the dude that's in front of me then.
Okay, yeah. It does take an action to hunker down and light that stuff. A 12 does not hit, though.
Shit.
You're just like, time out, guys. I gotta light this. Hold on.
Everybody freeze. I got this. Yeah. Then, do you have anything with your bonus action you'd like to do?
I don't think I have anything for bonus action. Yeah, because the protection thing was a reaction, which I used. So yeah, I don't have anything else.
All right. Then that is the end of your turn. As you swing out, this dwarf is definitely like the two of you have been. It's not just like swinging and missing. It's you both have been parrying and knocking away each other's blows and actually combating. But the dwarf that was behind 5, 10, 15, 20. He is going to step around the altar and get just there with his movement and attack Shid. Can't get into a flanking position, and a 12 does not hit. God, these dwarves are just like These Durgar are not kicking it for me. I'm gonna have to find something stronger. Alara, it is your turn.
Cool. So I'm going to bardic inspiration spook and be like, I don't know what just happened, but good job with the cuss word. And then mother trucker. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna use a blade ward on myself. So until the end of my next turn, I have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks.
Okay.
And I think that's gonna end my turn.
All right, you are significantly warded.
Nice.
Uh,
Oh, hold on. Wait, time out. I gotta roll a d6 for my shadow boy. Boom. There's. Oh, I rolled a 2 again. That's nice. 2 damage to the big bad.
and you see another small cut rip open on one of his arms as he still he stopped talking as he is focused on combating all these invisible targets.
Nice. You see that cut? I'm gonna whisper to Finkus. You see that cut? I did that cut.
That makes it the dwarf guard behind Spook as he glances from Spook to the gravestone that's appeared in the wall back to Spook. He's gonna just swing out and completely miss with his. We'll add the D4 just to see. Yeah, no, that the D4 took away half of his attack, so he does not hit. The Oni is going to make another attack at one of the shadows. He does not come in contact with one. He doesn't have enough information to be rolling against this yet. But he does make a hit on Shed, a 21 to hit. So Shed, you take another 7 slashing damage.
You should have temporary hit points also.
Yeah, so subtract those first.
Yes, down to 2 temporary hit points.
Right. That makes it Finkus your turn.
Alright. Can I see how beat up he looks?
He's looking for the most part pretty good.
Alright. I'll nudge Alara back and be like, I can do something cool too. And I will use Path to the Grave on him.
One creature you see within 30 feet, cursing it until the end of your next turn. The next time you or an ally of yours hits the creature with an attack, the creature is vulnerable to all that the attack damage. Okay, cool.
Oh, I shoot a curse at him.
So how does
He's
the curse
vulnerable.
look?
Anyone who's looking can just see darkness coming out of my shadow into my hands. I just shoot it out to him and it just wraps around him and sinks in.
So wrapped around the glistening, oiled up body of the Oni, these shadows start to wrap and ensnare, giving a dichotomy of this deep blue and black. If it wasn't so terrifying, it'd be pretty attractive. Is that the end of your turn?
That's my turn.
All right, Shed, it is your turn.
All right, I want to re-summon my echo behind that guard that's to the top of me, and then
Okay.
attack from behind with the shadow.
All right, roll to hit. 19 definitely hits roll damage. Consistently just shredding my dwarves. As this one, the shadow appears and you just see the sword tip come through the dwarf's chest. dripping with blood and ink as it pulls back through.
And then I want to move this shadow just to the right of the shining, glistening dude, and I think that's end of my turn.
All right. That makes it Spook. Your turn.
Spook didn't like missing last time in front of Ilara, who then gave him a reason to blush again. And so now he's gonna summon another weapon, his spiritual weapon.
Okay. All right. Those temp hit points replace any temp hit points you had prior. They don't stack, so just keep note of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you summon a spiritual weapon. I'm just gonna grab something. Just say. Oh god, I have too many tokens in this game. There we go. Sword. 16, 10. So the spiritual weapon. What kind of weapon do you use though? Like, what kind of weapon would it appear as?
I use a mace. It would
Okay.
probably be a mace.
So as you start to conjure and spin your mace overhead, you bring it down in front of you. As the dwarf goes to block your attack from the front, the spectral mace behind him crushes his head in. So that is your bonus action. What else you got?
I think I'd like to also use my regular mace. Is there anyone near me anymore?
There's the dwarf guard by Alara and the dwarf guard by Vrash. Those are the only two left outside of the giant Oni.
Smack the big dude. Fuck it.
You also have
Free crit on the big guy if anyone could take that hit.
Yeah, you also
Well-
have bardic inspiration, so
I know I don't want to waste it on little Spook. The crit, I mean. I'm going to use the thing.
It only lasts one round.
Somebody has to use it.
Could I even reach him? Like, could I get there and hit him?
5, 10, 15, yeah, 15 feet.
All right, Spook's going in. He's playing the hero. He needs to look good.
All right. So roll to hit. You have advantage because you are flanking with Shed. Oh no.
Spook needs to win here, guys. He just did that in front of the cute girl. And I don't think any inspiration's gonna help him whatsoever.
Nope, no, that is a pair of natural ones.
I think Vrash makes it to where Alara can't see what just happened.
Thanks, Wing Boy.
Holds up a
Have no
shield
way.
just to hide. Yeah, you rush forward, and as you're moving towards the Oni, you have your target, you've tunnel visioned in on him, and you trip on one of the dead dwarves on the ground and stumble forward and come hands and knees on the ground in front of the Oni before you have to roll out of the way from a glaive attack down at your head and kick yourself back up, viciously blushing at this point.
Oh,
I have
on
nothing
the-
else to say. That is my turn.
All right, roll
On
your...
the bright side, the curse is still there because you didn't hit him.
This is true.
Yay! You're welcome, everyone.
the guards are going to attack both Vrash and Alara with their bane.
Reaction again for Alara.
Okay, so at disadvantage, that's still a 19 minus, so an 18 to hit Alara.
That hits.
So you take.
And then I'll have.
Oh.
I have resistance this turn.
You do. So you take 3 bludgeoning damage total then.
Nice.
And then Vrash, the D4 is not going to matter, but here it is. A 5 doesn't hit. So Alara does get beamed, but the ward shatters, taking most of the hit. The temporary hit points probably took the rest of it.
Yep.
That makes it Vrash and Alara, you're the last 2 before that curse goes up or finishes. So Vrash, it is your turn.
One for it.
Okay. One dwarf does get an attack of opportunity on you. But he misses because of the bane. Wow.
Haha.
Son of a bitch.
So a 14 does not hit. So you rush forward too, and as you swing out, the Oni is able to parry and push back your attacks. That is your action. Do you have a bonus action you'd like?
You keep asking me this. I feel like I'm forgetting something.
I ask because everybody has an action, bonus action, and movement. I don't want to deprive you of something you might use.
I don't have anything for bonus action.
All right. Then we will move on to Alara. It is your turn.
Okay, question. Does this curse work even if I use like a spell? So like I don't understand the curse necessarily.
Anything that hits.
Anything with a 2 hit.
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm gonna use Dissonant Whispers on it. Ooh, hold on. This is weird. It asked me what level to do it at. I can only cast it at level 1. There we go.
So this would not
so
be affected by the curse, but this is a good spell.
Okay. I mean, I do also have my Shadow Boy that's gonna hit it afterwards with the D6. But I mean, yeah.
But you're gonna use the Dissonant Whispers?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a spell DC is 14.
Wisdom save. Rolled a 12, so roll damage.
So 3d6 psychic damage, and then it's supposed to try and use its speed to get away from me. But I don't know if that works since it's kind of surrounded.
Yeah, it would not intentionally provoke an attack of opportunity, but this will work. Okay, so
and then after I do that, my Shadow Boy will do 1d6 of damage.
Another 5.
And then this is for my temporary hit points. Sweet.
I think it's the spell says the end of your next turn, so you can still attack.
You see, the thing about that,
Literally does not have weapons.
You got
literally
clawed.
has 0 weapons.
Go fly and use talons, bro. You got this.
Get it in its eyeball.
So there is a set of fear that's pushing in on this demon as he's looking around, especially as Alara has called out to him and something is playing around in his head. He is going to snarl, doing a wide sweep with the glaive, kind of forcing everybody back a little bit. as the glaive and the cloak and his entirety of his body erupts into smoke, into a mist. And you hear the voice as he's passing around in all directions, heading off past Finkus and Alara, up through the hole in the ceiling, says, "Very well, this is lost cause. Though I know your names now, and I know your sight, I will find you one of these days. I don't forget." And the voice just echoes that throughout the stone halls.
Coward.
That's pretty ominous.
No glory in cowardice.
Do the other people, are they still here?
the two dwarfs that are standing there just like, shit. They still look like they're willing to fight for their lives. But that's the end of the Oni's turn. That makes it Finkus, your turn.
All right, these are the two ones that are banned, aren't they?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. This guy right here, just Sacred Flame.
All right. Dex save with a negative D4. No, he does save.
Oh. Okay.
Shed, it is your turn.
I'm gonna charge at that top one and just come at it swinging with both guys, but Shed will be attacking.
All right, roll to hit.
Bardic Inspiration was a D6, right?
Correct.
You come in
Does it
swinging, and
hit?
this guy is just full dodgeball style, ducking and weaving. He's not so much looking at attacking anymore as much as looking for a way out.
I end my turn in frustration.
Spook, it is your turn.
All right, I need to do something. Gotta do something. So my extra mace that's spiritual is going to make an attack at the one with near Alara.
Okay, roll to hit. $12 does not hit.
Poop. Okay. Then now I'm gonna run in and and attack it from the other side.
Do you still have your Bardic Inspiration? You haven't used it, right?
I haven't used it. I'm gonna use it on me. I don't want it to use it on this thing that you've never seen before.
Roll to hit. $10 doesn't hit, but a 16 does.
Nice.
Nice.
So roll damage. So as he's standing there fighting off the floating spectral hammer, Spook, you come in quietly and swinging your mace in just past Alara and crash the dwarf's head into the stonework next to him as he goes limp to the ground.
Spook looks really proud of himself.
Alara gives you a thumbs up.
Oh man.
the
Are
last
your pants
dwarf
reason-
is going to disengage as he starts to duck and weave and is just full on trying to run for his life, but with the disengage, that's only as far as he gets as he is making his way for the front door. Vrash, that makes it your turn.
Going to try to tackle him.
Okay. Roll an athletics check versus his athletics. You get him. He rolled well, and you just barely grab onto him, and you have a hold on the dwarf.
Where do you think you're going? We're not done here.
That's your action. Did you have anything else?
No, I'm just gonna hold him.
Cool. Alara, it is your turn.
Are we trying to question a homie?
Probably.
Hmm,
Could be nice.
I do have
I
questions.
guess. Should I try to cast Charm Person? I mean, it would roll with advantage since we're technically fighting it. But I don't know, like, what. I'm gonna look around and be like, what do you guys want me to do? Try and, like, charm him, or...
You got 6 seconds. What are you doing?
Armor come.
Oh, fuck it. I'll charm him. Or
Okay.
try to, at least. They're gonna roll with advantage as wisdom, and it's a DC 14.
And he's Bane.
Jeez. Can you guys see my rolls?
I can see your D4.
Okay. So all in all, he got a 5 as you. How does this charm work? How does it look for when Alara is casting it?
I think I'm gonna walk up to him, really calmly and just be like, hey, I know a lot's going on right now, but you're totally safe now. You don't need to flee. And just try and, like, soothe him into being charmed.
So you start talking calmly to him, and the dwarf, who was, like, in the process of, like, feet running in midair in Vrash's grasp, just kind of, his shoulders relax, and he lets go of the warhammer, and he kind of shifts a little bit and says, hey, of course. It's been a while. Good to see you again. How are things?
They're great. Could be better. Could be amazing if you could help us out and tell us what's going on here.
Yeah, of course. Anything for you.
I guess I'll just turn to the party and be like, where do we want to start? Make sure no one hurts him. He's our friend.
Oh, speaking of friends, what's your name?
Bearden.
Could you repeat that?
Bearden.
Virden. Virden, my name's Alarda. What do you all want me to ask, homie? Can everybody ask him, or is it just me? Because
He is now a
friend.
friendly NPC, basically. He is a friendly character to you.
Cool. Everybody gather around. Let's talk.
We're out of initiative now.
We are, yes.
First thing I want to do is go see Spook's real name.
Can I try to stop him? Am I close enough to just grab him and be like, we're over here now?
I do still have my spiritual weapon out.
You
Just
are
full
you
on flies
fighting this,
water.
Finkus? Are you fighting this?
Yeah, I'm fighting it with all my speed of flight.
So you guys can do a this would be opposed grapple checks.
What is grapple? Strength?
Athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh, acrobatics. Wait, who's doing this?
Whoever is as you guys are trying to grab out at Finkus, it would be the two of you, since you said that you were going for this.
I'll go first, I guess, since I think he's close to. Oh.
Jesus.
And Finkus, it is also athletics or acrobatics.
Oh.
So they just barely, as you're like, it's just over there. I want to see both Spook and Alara grab you and very comfortingly and firmly hold on to you as you aren't able to really fly away, being the smallest of the party.
And
Aw.
I want it to be like I'm giving him a bear hug. Just be like, oh, come here, bud. Okay, so
Spook's gonna do his best to go and mace the heck out of it. Make sure it's
We're
unreadable.
over here, Spook.
I'm just gonna be a minute.
Oh, come here.
okay, can we not?
1 second.
Can we not fight right now? What should we be
Like
asking
an
this person?
intimidation check or something?
So persuasion and intimidation don't really work versus other characters or other party members. You have to make a decent yeah, you have to convince them yourselves, my guy.
Okay.
Well, anyways, Verdun, I believe it was.
Verden, yes.
What? Who is the big person who was covered in oil? Who is that?
Oh, that was Abratu. That was the one who hired us. Abratu. Yeah.
Brought. Well, hired you to do what exactly?
Well, we were hired. It's been a decent gig, actually. Hired, come up from the Underdark for about a week or so, a good 10-day. Come up here, kill some of the surface dwarves, nice and fun. Haven't had that much joy in a long time. And then we're gonna raid the shrine.
Oh, and how long have you been here?
We've been here maybe 6-7 hours.
Oh, not that long at all. Okay.
No, we haven't even gotten really to looting the place yet. Abratu had some ideas, digging out one of the altars down below, knocking over a couple of statues, decent raiding and whatnot.
I'm gonna turn to Shid and be like motion towards him, like, go on, ask questions, say something.
Oh, dwarfs, yes. I'm with you with murder. You wouldn't happen to know where to find a couple rings?
Couple rings?
Yeah, we're in the market.
Like I said, we haven't really raided the place too much. There might be some still on the bodies down the hallway, and he gestures off to the west.
Oh, but you guys didn't come here for something in particular?
Bratu hadn't said really what the overall goal was yet. Like I said, possibly have to blow out a wall down below, but hadn't gotten there yet.
I'll whisper to Alara, maybe ask if there's any more of them around, the dwarves, the bad guys.
Yeah. Verdun, are there any more of your friends around?
Not really. I mean, he kind of looks over. Killed a lot of us. We do have another contingent coming up in the next couple of days. This was supposed to be like a couple weeks worth of doing, setting traps, waiting for other surface dwarves to come up. I mean, I think about it. People coming here to get their nuptials on. People aren't going to show up with real weapons. They're going to show up with their really fancy ones. And we just, jump them, kill them, toss the bodies, wait for the next group. It's going to be a pretty good gig, gotta say.
Super cool, super cool.
Crash is like clenching his fist for a moment.
And was that your bright idea to set up the little traps outside with a little string?
You saw those? Yeah, those are really good. People think it's just a rock slide. Oh no, they fell, died. Oops. Easy looting.
Should probably
brilliant.
disable those when we get the chance.
It's not that hard. You just have to tie off the rope to the the piton that we have stuck down there. Yeah, I could go do that real quick if you want.
Hold on, bud. I turn to the rest of them and be like, so this lasts for an hour. Do we want him to do that, or maybe help us explore here or something? Like, what should we?
Yeah, I don't think he can help us anymore.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, I gotta
The
be
only-
honest, it'd probably take me a little more than an hour to go take care of those traps, but I could do it.
I think we leave the traps because if more people are supposed to show up that are going to help them, like what he sounds, maybe they don't know about the traps.
Mm-hmm.
All right, see, he's got a right smart brain in his head.
Okay, does anybody else have any questions for him?
Yeah, what hole did they come out of? Said they came from the Underdark, but where specifically did they come from? Around this temple? Under it? Down the path?
Oh, we had to walk the
Where-
path. Yeah, it's about a 3-day travel off to the east, closer to the Dasan. What do they call them up here? River. That's what it is. Close to the Dasan River. Off to the east. Yeah, 3 days. Head back down to the Underdark. Nice, cool. Hating this light. Absolutely terrible.
Cool. What are these gravestones?
Fuck if I know. That shit came right out of the walls. I did not expect that. That gave me a bit of a fright, gotta be honest.
I have a question while we're talking. Does Spook manage to just like make the gravestone unintelligible to us?
Spook, it was your intent to use your spiritual weapon on this?
Yes.
Then yeah.
Cool.
The spiritual weapon would have been able to move without any obstruct. There's no way to obstruct a spiritual weapon as it moves. So while Spook had Finkiss held, the spiritual weapon would have been easily able to go over and grind away the name.
Okay.
But that sounded really cool.
Hey, friend, do you know someone named Zareth Silverwing that has no silver wings?
No, should I? You want me to go find him? I could go, and he puts his fist up. I could go, sock him a good one.
Anyone?
I look over Fresh.
I think we're
What?
done here.
I'm gonna turn to everybody as like, any last minute questions? No?
I think we're good.
Okay, then I
Nope.
would like to walk up to Verdon and be like, thank you so much for being such a good friend, and like open my arms out to hug him. And once we're hugging, can I hug him?
Yeah, he goes in for the hug.
Cool. Once I'm hugging him, I'd like to try and stab him with my dagger.
Ah, man. The good
Well,
old
here, how
courtly
about
stab
this?
in the back.
I'm gonna try. If she doesn't end up getting it, I'm gonna try to stab him with the long sword, but in a different angle, so I don't stab her too.
So, for the sake of brevity, you guys are able to basically coup de grace this poor, unaware dwarf through a quick stab.
For nothing.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna make it anywhere further. He had 3 hit points left.
Shh, think happy thoughts. Stab.
YouTuber
just,
tank.
I mean, I hugged him. He had a nice like few moments of calmness. It's all good. Hugs.
It was kind of red wedding-ish. It was brutal.
It's all good. Once that's done, I'm gonna look at my clothes and be like, well, guess me getting all nice was for nothing.
I think you look fine.
Thanks, Spook. Good job on destroying whatever it was over there that you wanted to destroy. What are you doing, Finkiss?
What?
You're on. Okay. What's the? Are we investigating now?
Yep.
Because
You should have a look
okay.
around. They said they
So-
didn't loot anything yet.
Spook, what did you destroy?
Oh, I had some residual anger to let out. That's all.
You're a liar.
Ooh,
Prove it, bird boy.
What?
Wrong one.
I have no wings.
My bad.
Stop fighting, E2.
Lizard boy.
Hug it
I
out.
wrapped her with my. I'm wrapping with my tail.
Okay, I deserve that.
Lizard, this. What did you destroy?
It's fairly plain from where you're standing. You can see one of the gravestones has been scratched and cracked heavily.
I want to look
What
at
was
it.
that? Why did you want to destroy that so badly?
No, I was trying to see what was on the inside. I was worried
Again,
there was magic inside. I didn't want to ruin any
I
of
would
yours
like-
in case
Again,
they meant
right.
something to you.
Roll a deception check, Spook.
I am not going to care whether Spook is lying or not.
Oh shit. Seems
I don't
pretty
think
honest.
it would be that. That's. But the rest of these have our names on them.
I would like to go to mine and do whatever investigation I guess is what was something. I'd like to look at it.
Go for it.
If you
Go
want to
for it.
use my weapon, you could try to break into yours too.
Let me investigate it first. I almost clicked intimidate. Could you imagine? Oh no.
You look at it and it has your name. It's scrawled out in a very it almost looks like your penmanship, but it's been carved into the stonework. There's no date of death, though there is a date of birth.
I'm just gonna point to it and turn to everybody else and it's like, look guys, it's me.
Yes, I'm gonna let go of Spook, since I apparently believed them.
Yeah, mine said spook just like the rest of yours.
Right. Okay. I would like to go investigate some dead dwarfs that were killed by the bad boys.
Yeah, I want to loot them.
Okay, that's not what I wanted.
Can I investigate my gravestone too?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm just gonna be over here in this room, just checking stuff out.
Why are you going on?
You also see your name carved in. Again, looks similar to your own handwriting.
It's what I do. I just
Is
wonder.
it my
look at
actual
stuff.
birthday?
I'm sorry?
You said something about the birthdays.
Yeah,
Our
it has
birthdays?
your date of
Is it-
birth, the year of your birth, carved into
Okay.
it.
I wasn't sure if it was like we were reborn or something.
No, it's a different year for, I believe, all of you. I don't think anyone here is the same age.
Okay.
So, are the gravestones as in like they're carved into the wall? Does it look like something that can open? Granted, I know
The way that they
Helpful.
appeared is the wall crumbled, and the bits of stone that didn't crumble were the gravestones itself. They are made of the stonework of the wall. They don't appear to be able to shift in any way. They don't appear to be able to move. Those spooks is now heavily damaged and could be easily ripped from the wall, though it is unlegible at this point.
Cool. Which way did homie say that the dwarves were? Are they back here? Are they in their rooms?
He set off to the west, which is the direction that Finkus has run off. Finkus, give me an investigation check.
Guidance on myself.
I am the statue now.
I'm the captain now.
Uh-huh. Just gonna make sure there's no sleepy dwarfs on the beds, you know?
So you check the first room and nothing on the beds. You kind of look through and there's basic robes for a dwarven-sized individual. little armbands that are used for worship. Probably about 5 or so gold a piece. You find 4 in this first room. The second room you get to, as you push open the door, there's a little flood as blood starts to pour out past the perfect dwarven seam of the doorway.
Oh
Ew,
no.
ew, ew.
Oh no. I'm gonna skip that room then. If there's blood, I'm gonna skip it.
Okay. You leave a little pool of blood and some owl-like footprints running away from it. Alara, you see a pool of blood from where you're standing. But Finkus, you check the other 2 rooms, and they have similar. You find another 4 sets of those bracers.
Bracers or bands?
Oh, sorry, bands, yeah.
Yeah.
Bracelets, basically.
Bracelets.
Yeah.
Was there anything on the dwarfs that we just fought?
On the dwarves you fought, they each have a set of chain shirts. There's a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain shirts, as well as 7 war hammers. That would be valuable, as well as, because they came up with intent to trade. Let me pull this up real quick.
Wait, they came up with the intent to trade? I thought they came up with the intent to murder and loot.
Well, you gotta trade on your way to looting and murdering.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
You find a total of 26 gold pieces, 18 silver pieces, and 37 copper pieces.
While they're doing that, I guess I'm gonna get over here. Is this door that has blood in it? You only checked 2?
He checked
Gotcha.
all 4 total.
Oh, but he didn't go in this door.
Correct.
No, I just say like there's probably some bodies in there.
Okay. That's cool.
If you want to look, I'll guide you.
I mean, I'm already covered in blood from, like, people slashing shit in front of me and me stabbing a dude I was hugging, so whatever. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go in. You said...
Okay.
Investigation, and then you said you're gonna use... Oh my god, what is wrong with me?
Hey, but you got a 4.
That's so great! I think I've only gotten one good roll this whole time. What is that?
So you walk in, and as you start to go, you get a quick glance of multiple bodies that have been stripped and cut and slashed and bludgeoned and are just broken and piled in this room, and you immediately start to feel like you're going to be sick as you push out of the room quickly. And lose your lunch, though you don't remember when the last time you ate was, all over the floor.
Yeah, let's just let's leave that alone.
Yeah, let's go back.
Does anybody else want to do anything? I would like to go over here and be like, "What's this?"
Yeah, what's this? This is where they sacrifice other dwarves.
What's this?
You find a small chamber that has an altar, and carved into the altar is a picture of
Spook.
a picture of Spook, yes.
Oh, dude.
A picture of
Don't
Benora
dare.
and her husband Moradin. And set on the altar, there's a couple of nice, well put together metal cups. Looks like basic incense and a censer are set there. You do also notice in one corner of the room, seemingly squirreled away, out of the sight of probably the other dwarves, most likely one of the people who came in here to raid the place found this and then hid it so that no one else would. There is a very nice looking great axe in the upper left corner of this room.
I do my best to pick it up.
It is like 4 times your weight. You somehow managed that. This is a
Nice.
dwarven pickaxe or a dwarven great axe. It is huge for your size. It is also very geometric and angular. It's a brilliant work on it too.
Yeah.
Hey, what you got there?
I'm gonna drag it over here. I found an axe.
As this little bird drags this axe, it has no issue cutting the stone as it passes. It leaves a deep gouge in the stonework.
I'm hopping away from him as I notice this in case he accidentally it falls slightly and cuts off my ankle.
You need some help with that?
It's mine. I found it.
No.
Okay. I got yeah.
Do you want to wrestle for it?
Unless you have something to trade.
Or no, I think you guys should wrestle for it.
I can trade these hands.
Jesus.
Maybe something bird-sized.
But,
You want me to cut your legs off? Is that what you're saying?
Oh my god.
I'll pull out some bird seed from my pocket and offer it to Shed.
I don't immediately make the connection.
do you eat it? Do you eat it?
Oh, and then I turn and offer it.
There you go.
I just look at you like, what is this?
It is sacred.
Mm-hmm.
That's period.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let go of the axe and I'll scoop up the seeds. And I'll just put them in my pocket.
I mean, it's a little racist, but it is also good food.
Okay. I'm gonna step around all y'all. Get out of the testosterone for a friggin' axe.
I'll motion to Vrash over at the axe, then I'll walk off.
I don't want it. It's fine.
Is gonna wrestle.
No, none of us want it.
You just wanted to wrestle with Finkus, is that what? Okay.
Okay, I'll come back and detect magic.
It is magical.
Oh, would you look at that?
But
I'm
doesn't
so
that
fine.
tell me also what school of magic it is?
Um,
Oh, let me look at it.
so it would be.
Yeah, you learn what school of magic, if any.
I would probably say. It doesn't fall into a traditional school of magic, just because this is.
Oh, that's fine.
It's a simple enchantment. It's not amazing. But yeah, it is definitely magical, and you with the detect magic up, you are able to see the runes that have been carved into the axe.
Ooh. This is a magic axe. No one wants it? I'll just drag it with me then.
It's just a deep gouge in the stonework the whole way.
Is there any place that I see that I can wash all the blood off of me? Because I'm wondering if maybe that's affecting my investigation skills.
The bit of blood and brain, you do not see anywhere to wash up.
Great. Okay. I guess these are stairs, right?
Yep.
Cool. Anybody want to come upstairs with me and hopefully find shit?
Yes.
Cool.
Poopa.
Are you sure you don't want this magic axe?
I'll take the axe.
It's very powerful. I'm just dragging it and it's cutting the stone.
Left or right?
Left.
Like this left?
That left.
I'm just making sure. You never know. Everybody has different lefts.
Okay.
Is this like a room?
So let me collect all of you real quick. Stop moving.
Okay, sorry.
Damn it.
I was gonna say while they go to a bedroom, I'll just go on the right side.
So however you get down here, you do all end up down here.
Oh, it's a down. I thought it was an up. Oops.
That's perfectly fine. You come down and there is a through a set of curtains there is a large ceremony room. The back wall up behind another altar, this one far more well put together and beautiful. The wall has been hatched at. There looks like they've started to carve away at the wall a little bit. On the south side of the room, there are wide slits that lead out into just the open air down the cliff, seemingly a way to get a breeze in here as well as a view out into the day. All in all, if it wasn't for the events that happened just above, this would be a very beautiful and welcoming chamber to have a marriage in.
Maybe we should continue working our way through that wall with that axe. Why didn't they just use the axe?
I don't think they found it. Finkus found it in like a nook.
I
If
don't think
Finkus
it's-
can find it, anyone can find it.
I mean, he's. I guess that's fair. No.
I'm very good at finding things.
I've been terrible at finding things today and discovering things. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go for an investigation check.
Okay.
Look,
Inkus
let's
jumps to his
see what
death
happens.
outside.
He can fly. He's fine.
It is enough space for Finkus to squeeze through and get out into the air if he wants.
I do that.
It is more difficult to get back in as it is sheer flat
Oh.
wall, and
Oh,
you
no.
can't really pull your wings in to land properly. Alara,
Uh-huh.
he has to make his way all the way up to the top entrance and fly all the way back down. Anyway,
I will crash land into Spook if I can.
okay. Roll a dexterity attack. Spook, there's a little bump and Finkus headbutts you.
Spook laughs.
Alara, as you make your way up to the wall and the altar, it definitely does look like they've just started to work at it. Also, for the most part, they've ignored everything on the altar. There's little boxes and more sets of incense. Everything's just kind of laid out on its own, ignored.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to attack this wall with a magic axe when we just came here for some rings that were supposed to be re-blessed. Is that what's happening?
Well, why would we attack the wall?
I thought that's what they were attacking. Wait, where are they attacking? The altar or the wall?
The wall. They were starting to carve away the wall stone.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what they were looking for.
Can I take that axe against the wall?
Sure, go for it.
As soon as he does that, I'm going to come back just in case.
Before he starts doing anything, I'm going to cast heroism on him, if he lets me, to give him some temporary hit points and being immune to frighten.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
willing.
Okay.
Speaking of temporary hit points, did those go away from Spook's little Twilight aura thing?
They last until the ones that you have currently will last until your long rest.
okay.
But since the orb is gone at this point, they're no more. You aren't regaining them in any way.
Okay.
You do also see that there's a couple of packs and such that are set along next to the wall with pickaxes that they were using to work. But roll your attack or strength check for the axe.
You get +5 hit points. The temporary hit points.
So you slam the axe into the wall, and where a normal axe would have started to dull, Shed, you just start over and over again hammering at this wall, the stone chipping and breaking away and chipping and breaking away. About 10 minutes of this go by before your arms are starting to get a little tired. You could probably go for a while, but you haven't gotten more than a couple of inches into the wall.
Okay, I'll calm down and I'll stop.
Want to investigate the altar?
Go for it.
Want to see if it moves, if there's like switches or something, anything hidden around there, you know? Of course, I'll guide myself. Ugh. Ugh.
So you start, you get up on the altar and you start like touching it everywhere and checking for switches. You push on it for a little bit and your little clawed feet are scraping against the ground, not getting purchase. You get up on the table and start pushing on the top of it, knocking over little things of incense and boxes as they hit the ground around the altar. One of them cracks open and 2 rings bounce out of one of the boxes. Alara, give me a dex saving throw as they are rolling towards the openings on the south side of the room.
Great. 1 second. If I can focus enough to figure out where Dex is. There it is. Worst person ever to do a roll.
So as you see these 2 bands of what look like just starlight void that have been wrapped in on themselves. They bounce and roll and bounce and pass Alara as she jumps for them, completely going splaying on the ground, and are rolling towards the open vents on the south side of the room. What are you guys doing?
I want to run after them, and if they
Spook's
fall
gonna run
off,
after him too.
if they fall off, I'm going to jump out and cast Feather Fall.
I will fly after them, a full dash.
So give me a dex save from Spook. This is going to be at disadvantage now, as they are
Great.
bouncing away.
I don't have anything.
Unfortunately, Alara, you can't fit through the little gap.
Are you calling me fat, sir?
No, I'm calling you not a 2-pound owl that can condense its bone structure in on itself.
That's fair. That's fair.
Spook,
Good
as
save,
you see Alara jump out for these rings, fall, get up and try to jump for them again, you rush across and just skid and lay out in front of the two bits of jewelry as they stop at your chest on the ground.
Now that was
Smooth.
Meow.
And then you get hit by Vinicus.
And they start rolling again, and boom, they're gone.
No.
That would have been a
I'm
great
having a
like
rough
2
day,
weeks of the
guys.
party hunting through the woods trying to find 2 small rings that fell from thousands of feet up.
That would suck so
no.
bad.
Well, we found rings.
See, I told you I'm good at finding stuff.
Good job.
Good job, Vinicus. I pat him on the head. Good job.
Yeah.
Do we want to keep attacking the wall for whatever reason? Are we just gonna
Flip the
go?
coin.
Okay.
Well, we should make sure those are the rings. Right?
Well, I'm sure that we can ask him. They're his rings. He didn't give us any kind of description on the rings.
He did say that they were getting re-blessed, so can you use like detect magic on them to see if they're not just like two ordinary rings?
Can I use divine sense?
Well, that lasts 10 minutes, I think. Right, detect magic.
It would.
Would it still be up?
No, because
Yeah.
the wall attack took more than 10 minutes.
Oh, right.
Divine sense. The rings do feel hollowed.
Hollowed?
Yes.
Not unless there's a hole in the middle of them so you could fit your finger through.
They feel because hollow is a spell. They feel like they have been imbued with sacred energy.
Mm-hmm.
By my senses, they feel like they're the rings.
Looking down at them, they do look like bands of space have just been twisted and folded in on themselves. As you move the ring, you can actually see stars through the ring as if you were looking out a window and just moving the window around.
So, flipping the coin?
We wanted to make sure we were somewhere safe before we did it. Do we feel safe? Are you safe?
Who are you asking?
All y'all?
I have my sword and shield.
Shid, you good up there? You gonna keep the axe? We gonna stop? What are we gonna try and attack the castle?
Well, he moved us before, so we wouldn't necessarily come back here, like, right?
That's a deal.
I'm thinking that once we leave here, we're not coming back. So I'm just making sure that we didn't want to attack the wall anymore.
Maybe we should go outside just in case.
I also don't see a reason to do that.
Well, why would you want to stay down here?
Because it's a room where there's only two entrances. We cannot get ambushed very easily here.
But we're also trapped here if we do get attacked.
But we can see them coming, whereas if we go outside, we don't know if they're waiting for us already or not.
Why
I
are
don't-
we thinking we're getting attacked?
It's a constant fear of being
Well,
attacked.
if we move outside and he puts us back where we were, I don't want to be back here just in case.
Why?
Do we know how much time passed last time?
Oh, we were dead. I think we should
Exactly.
flip the coin now.
Okay, I see what Finkus is saying. If we stay here, we don't know if like days or weeks will pass, and if the other bad boys are gonna be here and we're gonna be surrounded. So I get that.
He said they were 3 days travel away from where they came from, and that another party was on the way. So we should at least not be here,
And we did
just in
not
case.
traps, so I feel as if those traps would come in our favor this time.
I'm sure that they know that they're
Unless-
about to put traps.
Yeah, unless they know.
How would they know, though? No one is
The
alive.
same way they knew we were from Waterdeep or wherever we were all
We
from when
literally
we first
told them
walked in.
We were Waterdeep. We literally
did.
told them that we were from Waterdeep.
Yes, we told the guard outside, and they knew inside before we even got there.
I'm gonna turn to Shid and be like, "What do you think?"
I don't know.
I don't think.
You guys got this.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just start walking.
Let's go.
All right, that's fine.
Okay. So you walk back up to the first floor, you walk through the building. How far you plan to go?
I mean, I don't really care. We can, like, ooh. So I have a question. This whole This is where we were climbing up. I thought we were climbing up woods. Or is this just like the
No,
path
it was
at the end?
a zigzag stone path that led up the side of the mountain. You started down in
Okay.
woods, but
Gotcha. I'm
We
tracking.
should just be outside.
Okay. That's fair. I'm cool with that. So like here?
Yeah.
Wait, is this guy dead?
he's not there.
Okay. For a second I was like, ah shit. Is there anything else, like, you guys looted the dudes? We made sure that all the rooms were empty of stuff.
Yeah, we
Okay.
looked at it. We looked at everything except that room full of bodies.
I mean, I did, but I don't think you want to go over there because you could probably still smell
No, I don't want to go over there. Just go
my
outside.
lunch from the other day. Okay, cool.
Spook is just mildly curious what was behind the wall, but not enough to go back.
I'm tired, and I'm covered in blood.
All right. So you all make it out to in front of the shrine itself, just between those two dwarven statues that are kneeling in reverence, looking out into the day as the sun has now hit its zenith. It is at its highest point. You flip the coin.
I'm gonna flip the coin.
All right. You flip the coin in the air. There's that ting of metal as it spins, and you lose sight of it once it hits high enough that it disappears into the sunlight and it doesn't come back down. You hear a creaking sound that makes you turn, and set into the stone wall is a wooden door frame and a door that has opened slightly.
I'm walking in.
All right. You step through the door, pushing it the rest of the way open, and there's a cool room that is drastically different from the heat of the valley in midsummer. Looking around, there's a couple steps up as you are standing in the front of what looks to be a tap room. There's multiple wooden tables set throughout this large wooden room. There's a long bar that goes for about 60 feet along one wall. Behind the bar, you see that tiefling individual. No coat on this time. Sleeves rolled up, vest on. He looks up at all of you as you start to walk in, smiles and says, "Oh, look at you. You all made it. Good job."
I'm sorry. Did you think that we wouldn't make it?
It's a possibility, yes. Oh, please come in. You're letting the chill out.
I mean, I guess walk in.
You walk the rest of the way in and glance over your shoulder, and the door's just gone. There's just woodwork there.
Spook starts looking for some ale.
I have things definitely that I can provide as far as drinks and food. You've earned it. Or have you? And he looks you all up and down. Did you get what I sent you for?
Who had it?
I think Spook did still.
Yeah.
So you
I
hand
turn and look at Spook.
Uh,
I'm like, huh?
he placed the two rings on the table, and he smiles and picks them up, slides one onto his finger, and pockets the other one in his vest pocket. Perfect. Then yes, you are all more than welcome to live the rest of your lives how you see fit. Congratulations. Nice and easy, right? Run, pick him up, head on out.
Where's the catch?
It wasn't that easy, but yeah.
Catch? I don't really... our contracts should be done then. You get the ability to live again. I'll drop you back off in the Desarin Valley, somewhere nearby. Somewhere nice so that you can live out the rest of your days. I mean, I wouldn't recommend going back to Waterdeep after the scandal that was involved around your deaths.
I would prefer to go to Waterdeep.
What scandal happened? Tell us more about this scandal. What happened? How long ago did we die?
Well, you all passed 1484? The year of the sleeping, or the awakened sleepers. I always get these things wrong. Time's always a little iffy around me. 1484, yeah. I believe it is currently 1491.
Oh my god.
Year of the Scarlet Witch. Yes. But oh yes, a bit of a scandal. He puts drinks down in front of all of you and food down in front of all of you. Apparently the pirate that you pissed off with whatever you all did laid siege to Waterdeep for nearly 3 years.
3 years, and we've been dead for 7?
Give or take, yes. I mean, it was the most polite siege I've ever witnessed. He only ever attacked Waterdavian vessels that were heading out into the sea. His armada policed the oceans, but, you know, it still was a siege. Every day at dawn and at dusk, he fired a cannonball at the castle of Waterdeep, though it didn't really do much damage due to the magics there. But it was definitely a political statement. Oh, good old Dark Shadow, that man was quite interesting. Anyway, so, I mean, you're more than welcome to go back to Waterdeep, but why not take the money I'm giving you? And he sets a small little chest on the table. Live out your lives away from the city. Do something nice with yourselves. Enjoy it. Relax. Enjoy the catch.
Spook's gonna start putting some of the food into his little pockets while he's thinking this over.
Alara is gonna pull out, well, I guess it's more like wrap it around herself, her dish, and start playing a really sad melody.
Well, I mean, you have plenty of time to think about this. There are rooms up the stairs, and he gestures towards the stairs at the back. Those lead to dormitories where you can stay the night. Otherwise, if you're feeling up for it, you can head out at any time. Just tell me when and I'll open the door for you. Try not to head out through the windows, though. That would prove to be a very short and poor use of the added time I've given you.
Can we ask?
Hmm?
Do you know what happened in the shrine?
Know what happened? What do you mean?
Well, we had some gravestones appear with our names on them and a birth date, but no death date. It was very confusing to me.
I'm I can't say that I know everything that happens and the magics around them, though if the stones didn't have a time of death on them, you should feel lucky. That means you're not dead anymore.
Were you aware of what had already happened at the shrine? All the dwarves slaughtered. A demon was there. An Oni, I think.
Are you implying that I somehow knew that there was going to be an attack on said shrine, set my own wedding rings there, then waited for disaster so that I could use said disaster to right two wrongs and gain favor with a all-powerful deity? That's insane. Who would do
That
something
was
like that?
oddly specific.
Now that you put it like that, I mean,
I just sent you on a simple package collection. What you did there, that was all on you. I had nothing to do with that. Though I guess there is going to be a little letter sent to some of the local dwarves as to what possibly happened, and they're going to investigate within the next couple of days, and they're going to find the horrific events and wondering who did all this great work, and they're never gonna know. What a shame.
we could go take credit for it, I guess. After we get some sleep and ale.
I mean, that's true. If you did end up somewhere in that valley's area, you could take credit for such a thing. I mean, that axe alone would prove that you were there, and that you being able to hold it means that you do have the true silver's blessing. No one would be able to refute that.
What a great idea! So glad we thought of it all on our own.
Exactly. And he just kind of smiles as the fireplace lights itself. Now, it's getting a little cold, I guess. I will leave you to your food, to your thoughts. Just knock on the wall if you're ready to leave. Otherwise, the beds are upstairs. And he turns, and there's a little dispersion of flame, and he is gone.
I don't like that guy.
I love that guy.
He's very odd.
Mm-hmm.
It's good food, though. Spook said it with his mouth full.
I'll rummage around and see what there is to eat.
There's a lot. Like, the entire time he was talking, he was just putting plates upon plates of food up. There's grain, there is different types of cooked meats and smoked meats. There's fruits, some that you don't even recognize that are sitting around, and plenty
I'll
of
just start
cups.
eating anything meat.
All right.
Mouthful. Oof. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
Alara's gonna stop playing the dish and be like, "Oh my god, this means I'm 29 now. We've been gone for 7 years."
You don't look a day over 18?
I'm just gonna turn towards Spook and be like, "Thanks, I think."
Spook blushes and goes back to eating.
I guess I'm just gonna ask what
Wait.
everybody's opinion is.
Do we look like we aged?
Not at all.
Nope. We didn't lose any time.
Oh my god, it's like I teleported into the future.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
everybody's opinion on what just happened?
I wonder if
solid
anyone. I wonder if anyone I know is still alive.
I think Alara's worried about her mom. But at the same time, are we going to go back and take credit for something? Or I'm confused about what we should do next.
I think, as much as I don't like it, I think he's right about Waterdeep. We probably shouldn't go back there.
I think he's wrong about that. We need to clear our names in Waterdeep.
We clear our. Are we
He said
accused of crimes that we didn't know of?
that's what it sounded like to me.
The pirates that killed us besieged the city for 3
Yeah.
years. I don't
But if
think
you
where there's
remember-
anything against us.
But if you remember, those pirates were only trying to help slaves escape. There's nothing wrong with that in my eyes.
I think what he
But
was
we weren't
implying-
pirates.
I think what he was implying though was that we did something that made that Captain Booker, or whatever his name was, go into a rage and like destroy Waterdeep's, like put it in siege and stuff like that. Like we caused him to do that, I think is what it sounded like to me.
And I'm trying to understand why we are caused for that. It was the ship that we were on's fault, yes, but we were trying to help the slaves in the end, were we
Because
not?
of the stone, the conversation we had in the stone. We didn't really say anything other than there's slaves and we're trying to, help or something.
Did I roll low when we were talking to the
Sorry, what?
Did I roll low when we were talking on the stone last session? Is that why they're mad at us?
As far as you can understand, it's not so much like that you did something wrong, but you are attached to a very it was a very politically charged event, and those who possibly came in with the solution towards the end of it, let's just say, might have blacklisted you guys, is what he was implying.
I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta think we were hired by a group of people that attacked a ship and then caused a big fallout. Like, our names were attached to it.
Yeah. 7 years is a long time, though. If we go back and anyone who knows us sees us, I think there'd be some questions about how we don't look any different.
Suppose you're right.
If it's okay with everybody, I think I'm just gonna rest for the night and try to soak all this in.
I think, yeah, resting would be good. We can talk more when we're awake.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, I think for sure Alara is really like upset about the roller coaster of emotions of dying, being brought back, having a massive fight, and then realizing 7 years has passed and everything.
All right, well then, as you all are playing with those emotions and figuring out what next to do, heading off to your dormitories, to which each room has been customly set to be more comfortable for each of you, that is where we will end for the day.
Quick question, when you say more comfortable for us, does that mean that there's a collection of crazy, weird instruments in my room?
Yes.
Oh my god, this is glorious.
I get my race car bed in my room.
100%. Although race cars haven't been invented yet, so it's just a really fancy looking wagon.
My race wagon.
Why would you want a race wagon when you can fly?
Because it's cool.
It's cool, yeah.
He's a child.
Why don't you calm emotions yourself?
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so good job everybody.
Whoa, nobody died.
Yeah, hey, you've made it an episode without anybody dying. You are
I mean, we all died.
1 for 1. Or
No,
no,
we all died
true.
last
you're
episode.
1 for 2.
I mean, technically, yeah, we died in between session 1 and session 2.
Oh no, that was kind of the period on session 1.
Okay.
It was we kind of had to die there.
No, there was a possibility around it.
Well, we all failed miserably.
Hey, yeah.
I mean, I would just like to state that I calmed the emotions of that captain before he died and before we died, okay?
Yep. He was surreal. He was in a serene place before he died.
He
That's
welcomed
perfect.
death with open arms.
Yes. But yeah, with that, let me just say to everybody who was watching, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for listening to us and enjoying the time. Oboe Goldfish, Retro Hoodie, thank you for the resubs. Hi, Oboe. Since you are like in the chat. McMeme Dream and Elvin Shoes, thank you for the follows, and Retro, thank you for the wild magic, which is going to start the possible chaoses in this campaign. I always enjoy wild magic, and I'm going to very much hold to that whole ley lines cause just absolute madness with spells when you're nearby them. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be a little bit of homebrew that we will get deeper into as we go on. But yes, let me, because that's what people do, let me first change scenes so it's just me. So nobody can see what I'm doing on the internet, because that is terrible things. Whoever would allow me access to the world was very poor choice.
I'm definitely going to find your search history now.
Oh, that's the great thing. There isn't one. It all dissolves at the end of every hour. Let's actually head over to my friend Fluffy Flippin' Fox, as she is making Pokemon emotes, because that's awesome. So let's do that. Kick that open, mute that tab so that it doesn't just blow up my chat right away. And rating, I know how to do these things. Hey guys, I'm like a streamer. Weird.
I believe in you.
I know what? That makes 2 of us at this point, because I'm still
I
doing it. There we go.
I'm giving you bardic inspiration right now.
Thank you. But again, thank you everybody for watching. Come join me on the raid, and we will catch you guys next game with Adventures Once Told. Bye.